everyone, what's up? Oh, my shirt? You want to see the back of it? So you might have already heard about this from literally every other commentary channel, but a member of the vlog squad, Corinna Kopf, I don't know how to say it, Corinna Kopf has released some new merch that has stirred up some interesting conversation. Here is the merch. It's on screen. Look at it. How cool. And you know what? Good for her. She's releasing new things for her fans to enjoy. However, I and a lot of other people agree that her merch is sort of glamorizing mental illness. But only the cool ones though. Only the ones that are seen as like edgy and desirable, like anxiety or depression. Glad to know I'm cool in at least one way. Side note though, no one with actual anxiety would wear that. Only people looking for attention would. I know for me personally, when people look at me for longer than 0.02 seconds in real life, I get nervous, and therefore I would not wear a t-shirt or a jacket stating that I have anxiety, because guess what? That would make me anxious. You see where I'm coming from? You picking up what I'm putting down? The main issue I have with this merch is that it's adding to the already present problem of the internet glamorizing mental health issues. The internet loves to glamorize them. Whether it be serial killers or school shooters edited with flower crowns on, with captions saying they were just sad and misunderstood, or people self-diagnosing various hip mental illnesses to add that sprinkle of edginess onto their non-existent personalities, the internet loves mental illness. You always see characters from popular media who are quiet or weird, being loved on and fiercely protected by their stans purely because they speculate some sort of mental health issue being prevalent in the character. It's a lot of big words I just said. There are even instances of real-life people, be it celebrities or musicians or YouTubers, being fantasized as having things like anxiety or depression, and stans glamorizing that issue and pushing it onto them in real life, which isn't cool. Not only that, but people on various social media sites love to self-diagnose, and it's really annoying because the people who do it see it as something interesting or honorable about their personalities, when in reality the people suffering from the issues that they glamorize are not having a good time. Usually, someone who self-diagnoses will have a bio that looks like this. You can pause to read it if you want, because that's a whole lot of bullshit that I'm not taking the time to read out loud to you. I literally don't even know what to say about this person's bio. I've just been staring at it for the past 10 minutes, trying to come up with something intelligent to say about it, but this has honestly just sucked all of my brain cells out of my head through my nostrils, and I don't know who I am anymore. After going straight into the battlefield known as Tumblr as research for this video, I discovered that there are people who are treating self-diagnosing like it were a sexuality. Like, there are people saying that they are questioning having a certain mental health issue and then coming out later and saying that they've self-diagnosed themselves with it. Like, for example, this post. It says, listing all illnesses, questioning and diagnosed, self-diagnosed, borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and major depression. And questioning, obsessive compulsive personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. This literally makes me want to do myself in, and I'm not even saying that just because this is a video about mental health. Self-diagnosing is not cool. Don't do it. If you feel that you may have a real mental health issue, go talk to a professional who can diagnose you and therefore get you the help and support that you might need. Don't post about it on Tumblr instead. I think that this post sums everything up quite nicely. A self-diagnosis is not a real diagnosis. You cannot officially say you have a certain mental illness unless a professional has told you so. Recognize some symptoms which may mean you have a specific mental illness? Okay, the next step is to go see a professional and or get help in whatever way you can. I see 14, 15, 16-year-olds diagnosing themselves with personality disorders that cannot be diagnosed if you're under 18. I see kids diagnosing themselves with mental disorders that cannot coexist. There are so many people that treat this shit as a little cute thing they can put in their description and read blog posts about how their self-diagnosed autism is a superpower. Yes, I get that there are people out there that will be right when they self-diagnose, but there will also be people who will be wrong. The thing is, you can't know whether you're right or wrong until you see someone. Self-diagnosis will never be as valid as professional diagnosis, so stop treating it as such. And I wanted to include this last post about self-diagnosing because I thought it was funny. Friendly reminder that, exclamation point, exclamation point, self-diagnosis is just as good as a professional diagnosis, and saying that it isn't is classist and ableist. Ooh. Remember what I said about my brain cells being sucked out through my nostrils? And then the response, I have cancer. Your post gave me cancer. That is my self-diagnosis, and I will be sending you the $1 million medical bill shortly. In the end, having a mental health disorder is not trendy. It should not be something that people want to have. Yes, awareness of the issues and the mental health disorders should be spread, but I personally don't think Corinna's merch is doing that. She did say that some of the money that she makes from the merch will be going to charity, but as another YouTuber, Ready to Glare, pointed out, it seemed more like an afterthought. Like, she started receiving the backlash for this merch and then decided that she was going to donate to charity, not all of it, just some of it, just so she could get back onto the public's good side. Something else that really irritates me about this whole merch situation is the fact that it's only the cool mental illnesses. And it's only like the mental illnesses that the media wants to talk about or that people want to have. Things that are desirable, like anxiety or depression. There are so many people struggling with not only these issues, but other mental health issues as well that aren't getting the attention and the awareness that they need because it's not seen as cool or desirable. It's hard to explain. It's really annoying to me. As someone who does suffer with some mental health issues, I would not get a shirt stating the disorders that I have, because why would I want to walk around school with a jacket on that says I have chronic depression? Why would I do that? Why would I put on a shirt that says I have depersonalization derealization disorder? It really makes no sense. I can't think of one person who actually suffers from a mental health issue that would wear it on a t-shirt. It's like putting on a shirt that just says diabetes, or putting on a shirt that just says pancreatic cancer. No, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not trendy. It's not hip. It's not something that people should want to have or should want to promote having. This whole issue of glamorizing these mental health issues is really starting to tick me off. Like, just seeing all these bios of people diagnosing themselves, it doesn't even make sense. Like, there are people diagnosing themselves with issues that you can't have both of these issues at the same time. And these people are like 12. They're like 12, 13, 14 years old and saying things like, I have dissociative identity disorder, or I have PTSD. Honey, no you don't. And if you really feel like you do, talk to a professional. Talk to a professional. They will tell you if you do or not. But until you talk to that professional, you can't say that you officially have depression. You can't just go out there without talking to a professional and be like, oh yeah, I have depression. There are these self-diagnosis tests that are online, and people are arguing that like that's as valid as going to professional because they do the same thing. And as someone who is professionally diagnosed with mental health issues, no. These tests and quizzes that you find online are not the same questionnaires that you fill out when talking to professionals. You can't get diagnosed online. The person who made that quiz is not qualified to tell you what you are suffering from. Yeah, they can point you in the right direction and give you clues and that you may have symptoms of these issues that you feel like you might have, but after that you should take that step to go talk to someone who knows what they're doing. You can't just post about it on Tumblr. It's not some trendy thing that you can just put in your description to instantly make yourself cooler and just reblog posts about it because you feel like it's gonna make you more popular. It's interesting. It's gonna connect you more to that character that you're lusting after. Oh, no. Not gonna happen. That's my rant about self-diagnosing and the issue of glamorizing mental health disorders. In the end, though, it's all up to people's opinions. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe because I need you to. And that's all for this video, and I will see you next week.